that is 64K RAM, 64K ROM, and some signals are there, PSEN, OE, WR, RD. WR and RD bar signal from controller, they are connected to RAM only. Okay, if you are knowing that, last to last lecture we are discussed. Okay, so this now we will move towards the port 3. Are you able to see the screen? Port 3. Okay, so the structure related to port 3 is somewhat similar to the port 2, but in case of port 2 only one, that is all 8 bits are having the additional pin function of work as a higher order address bus. But in case of port 3, along with the basic IO operations, it may act as a alternate pin function, and that too, that alternate pin function is different for each pin. Are you getting? So alternate pin function available at P3.0 is not the case same in case of P3.1 or in case of P3.7. So each 8 pins carries the different alternate pin functions. So here in a middle section, or we simply say that this part middle section, we are having only one or single pin, that is alternate pin function isolatedly in the sense that here either RxD is there, either TxD is there, either timer 0 is there, either read is there or write is there. And in our earlier cases, that is if we consider the port 2, so here address bus is there, and that too, suppose here A8 is there, so next pin A9, next pin A10. So function is similar, but only number is increased in case of port 2, or similar to in case of port 0. But here in case of port 3, the complete structure is different, whatever signal is coming. If we are considering INT0, INT0 is active low. But if we consider timer 0 is not an active low signal. Okay, again WR and RD, active low signals. But RxD and TxD are not active low signals. So each pin having different function and different identification status. But we consider simply the alternate output function or alternate pin function. Okay, so the basic structure of an IO remains same. That is read latch, again above latch function is there, and internal bus is there. So here also similar to port 2, lower FET along with the internal pull-up register. And so if we want to use port 3 as an input port, in that case it is necessary to make initially internal bus or internal CPU bus becomes 1 or high. So you should mark or set internal bus to the 1, and that one is applied to the Q, and that to apply to this control section, that is NAND gate. One input is from this D type of latch, and one input from alternate pin function, as two functions are there, either this or IOs there. If we considering input only, in that case we should make here 1. This one is applied to one input of a NAND gate. And one more important thing is that in case of using port 3 as an IO port, you should make alternate pin function 1. हा सिग्नल काय करायचा आहे तुम्हाला? 1 करायचा आहे. So when we make alternate pin function is 1, and here also 1. So what is the condition is that output of a NAND gate, when both inputs are 1 1, high high, what will be the output of a NAND gate for 1 1? Can anybody tell me? When both inputs at NAND gate are high 1 1, the output generated by a NAND gate is 0, as it is shown in screen also. You are able to see also. Okay, as a function of AND gate is 1 1, then only 1, otherwise all the remaining conditions are 0. Opposite to AND gate, if 1 1 is there, in that case only it will become 0, otherwise all the cases are high for the NAND gate. So in case of applying here 1, we will get output of NAND gate is 0. Due to this, your lower FET is turns off. Lower FET is turns off. Here VCC is there, internal pull-up is there, and due to internal pull-up, a resistance path is there. A resistance path is there between port pin and VCC. And if we are using input port, the port 3 as an input port, in that case you should activate this buffer, tri-state buffer. Okay, you should activate this buffer. So whatever signal is available, it will follow this path, and after this activation it will move towards the internal bus. So as usual to the port 2 function, whatever the signal available at port pin, it will simply carries and moving towards the internal bus as we are activated the read pin or read buffer. Okay, so it will follow the low resistance path. In the same case, here also alternate pin function we may apply as per the requirement. Okay, so if 0 is there, 0 will be transmitted, 1 is there, 1 is transmitted. So this is related to the input condition or input state of an port 3. So for working as input, this lower FET remains off and signal moving in this direction. So it is mentioned that due to this Q1, Q is equal to 1, alternate output function is equal to 1, and output of NAND is 0. Okay, and lower FET off. If next condition, if we use port 3 as an output port, in that case, again for accessing a particular port as output, you may select or you may analyze first condition write 0, second condition write 1. So whatever signal we want to write on a output port pin, it should be available or coming from CPU side, and it should be available here. So we consider first case write a 0. In that case, if we make or write 0 in internal bus, so this 0 is available at Q, and this 0 is also available at input of an NAND gate, and NAND gate already having another input 1 as we are using port 3 as a IO port. So for use of a port as a IO, in that case you should make this signal is 1. This signal is 1. So one signal is always one input to the NAND gate is 1, and signal coming from this latch is 0. So one is 0 and one is other signal is 1. Due to this, your NAND gate output is 1. Okay, so if your NAND gate output is 1, it will turn on the lower FET and it will gives 0 volt to the port pin like this. So lower L section forms and 0 volt signal is applied given to the port 3. This is the case where we want to write 0. If we consider the next case, that is write 1. Okay, so for writing 1, you should apply or write 1 on the internal CPU bus, that is here. So you should write 1. This one is available here at the input of an NAND gate, and other input of NAND gate is always 1 for the IO function. So IO function, it is 1, and another input coming from the latch, it is also 1. That's why when both inputs are 1 1, output of a NAND gate becomes low. Output of a NAND gate becomes low. In that case, your lower FET remains off. In that case, your lower FET remains off, and also input is not activated, that is we cannot read the signal because of deactivation of this buffer or latch. So whatever signal is coming after pull-up register here, that is VCC, pull-up register, and whatever signal is there, this signal is simply applied as a logic 1 towards the port pin. So whatever VCC is there, after VCC signal degradation is done, but back to the limit, that is 3 to 5 volt, and this will be applied as a logic 1 to the port, and we consider writing 1 condition is happen. Okay, so after that we consider the alternate pin function related to the port 3, and For this purpose, one basic condition, or you make star mark for this line, that is port 3. When we use alternate functions from the port 3, you should make internal bus 1. This is the most important and basic condition for accessing the alternate pins from the port 3. So if we are using, again we move towards this diagram, if we are using alternate pin function, that is we are required this status. So in that case, whatever signal coming from this is 1. So as earlier case, we used to access signal from this section. In that case, we have made alternate pin function pin is 1. So whatever signal is there, according to that, it's work 1 1 0 0 whatever. So here we want accessing this either 0 either 1. For that purpose, we make signal coming from this signal is 1. So here if we want to make 1 as a 1 input to the NAND gate, you should make internal bus is 1. That's why we are making internal bus 1, and first input of NAND gate is 1. After that, if 0 is coming from alternate pin function, either TXD, RXD, timer 0, whatever signal is there. So when 0 is coming and here already 1 is there, so 0 1 becomes, output becomes 1, and it will turn on your lower FET. So 0, if 0 is there at this position, it will turn on the lower FET and it will deliver the 0 volt towards the output pin. So whatever signal coming, it will be delivered, same signal is delivered to the port pin. Okay, and if 1 is there, in that case already 1 is another input, so 1 1, so output of NAND gate becomes 0, so it will turns off the lower FET, and whatever signal coming after VCC and internal pull up, it will be applied to this. So for 1, again it will receive 1. So in this way, alternate pin function status is retrieved with the help of port 3's pin. So this is related to the function of an port 3. If you have any query, please ask. Hello, are you listening? Hello. Okay, do you have any query related to the port function? Okay, see, now we have completed working of port 0, port 1, port 2 and port 3. So as per my perception, the working is most important to understand the applying signals, either 0 or either 1, either read or write. That is read write in the sense of working as an input pin or working as a output pin. Okay, so this is most important. So please, if you, again I am asking, repeating, any query related to any port 0 1 2 3, so please let me know. Otherwise we will move in next lecture timer operations. Okay.